More than half of the Mercury readers in this year's Legend of Comedy poll voted for Victoria Wood. It's also why we are so thrilled that Rosalind Watson is here with us tonight to accept the award for her sister. Rosalind Watson.
Hello, thank you. You probably realise that I'm not an actress, so you'll have to cut me a bit of slack here because I'm not a professional. But I am delighted and honoured to be able to accept this award on behalf of my sister, Victoria Wood. Thank you. It would have meant a lot to her to have been voted a legend, especially by the people's vote. And it's really great that this ceremony is taking place here in Leicester because we're just around the corner from the old Phoenix Theatre, which is where Vic performed very early in her career. It's now called the Sue Townsend Theatre. But it's where Vic got a lucky break in 1976. And if I remember correctly, she got a job as a relief pianist in a musical called Gunslinger, which was set in the Wild West. She was a legend, yeah, and it's interesting what you were saying about Twitter and so on. We are really fortunate, aren't we, that we can access all her work now, and so much of it's available on the internet. I mean, it's almost as if her work's had a new lease of life on Twitter and YouTube, and we can see all her sketches and songs just by clicking on the screen. And I do miss her, and when I want to hear her voice, I get my iPad out, and I listen to something like I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, or a radio interview or something like that. And I'm just wondering how many times people have watched Vic or listened to Vic singing Bob the Builder to the tune of I Had a Dream. And the other brilliant one is Hurly Burly doing the step aerobic sketch, which is on YouTube, which is just absolutely fantastic. And people just share her quotes on social media, and it cheers us all up. So, it's fantastic. It's all out there. We can see all her classic shows on TV. Things will be coming up again soon. We've got DVDs and so on. But what I think is really exciting is when young artists are performing her plays and sketches in theatres and clubs. And I know that Vic always gave every encouragement to theatre companies who wanted to put on her plays and musicals. And we've got Talent, Housewife 49, and Acorn Antiques. And I hear that Acorn Antiques has been put on about 40 times by small companies. It's just amazing. It's perfect. I really hope that her work carries on being seen and performed by people. And I was thinking, her influence kind of goes on beyond all this somehow, because we've got this phrase, haven't we? The Victoria Wood sketch. And people say, oh, it's like a Victoria Wood sketch. And it's sort of become part of our language. And I think that's part of her legacy, really, that, you know, it's fantastic. It's all out there. So I really hope that will continue. And I really hope that that her work carries on being seen and performed by people. And I really hope that influence kind of goes on beyond all this somehow, because we've got this phrase, haven't we? The Victoria Wood sketch. And people say, oh, it's like a Victoria Wood sketch. And it's sort of become part of our language. And I think that's part of her legacy, really, that she's helped us to see that humour in our everyday lives. And one thing you were saying about your mum and dad playing the VHSs, and you said you knew all the words off by heart. Yeah, so many people do. One thing I said to Vic, that after being pinned against a wall, actually, at a party by somebody who knew her scripts off by heart, and I said, "Oh, you know, your fans, they know all your scripts off by heart." She said, "They all do." So, you know, people really loved her stuff, and they watched it over and over again, and really got to know it all that way. So, just to finish, to say, we know she went away too soon, but she has left a legacy, and hopefully, and I think it'll make the world continue to laugh for many years to come. Thank you very much.